Hey Flosstube, welcome to Creative Whim Studio. Hey friends, it's so good to be back sharing all the excitement that has went on the past couple of weeks, few weeks I should say. If you're new to my channel, this channel is about my creative whims. That's the name of my business, and I talk about cross stitch. I'm a cross stitch designer, punch needle, and artist, and just I have my hands in a lot of things, and I like it that way. So I want to just share with you what I've been up to. 3 weeks ago, I left to go to Amana, Iowa for the Farmgirl Gatherings hosted by Michelle Ruedy. That was my very first retreat in 2020, the fall of 2020, and I have been going back every fall ever since. So that was my fourth fall. I've been there once for the spring one. I never can make the spring one, unfortunately. It falls usually when I have something else going on. Usually it's when I'm in Florida. So anyway, it's such a great time, and you know, a lot of the same people come back every year like me, and so you get to know all these other people and you look forward to seeing them every year. So yes, I just love that retreat so much. So that's where we started, and Teresa Vanette was our guest designer. And that's the second time I've been there when she's the guest designer. She's amazing. She's one of my dear friends. And yeah, so I stay at the Rawson's Bed and Breakfast with a bunch of gals, a bunch of friends. Then we stay there every year. And this year we stayed an extra day so that Sunday we could just kind of veg and have some more time together. Because at the retreat, it's busy. You guys know, you're up, you're visiting people, you're out shopping, you're going to the, pop-up shop, and it's busy. So we wanted to have a little extra time together. So Donna Lightsky of Stitching in the She Shack, or She Shack Stitcher, I can never remember what it is. Sorry, Donna. I'll put it up here. That's her Flosstube and her Instagram handle. And then there was Barb of Lost and Floss, and then Teresa Vanette, Kitten Stitcher, and Shakespeare's Peddler. Us four stayed Sunday and just hung out and stitched all day, and then went out to eat and come back and stitched some more. And we watched football all day, and go Lions, they won. And it was a really nice little addition to that trip. I went from there up to Door County, Wisconsin, to just hang out for a couple days because I was the guest designer at Primitive Gatherings. So it didn't make sense to go all the way home to Michigan and come back. So I drove up to meet Denise, Goose Designs, but we call her Denise because it's way quicker to say. And Sherry Ward, Susan Coates, and Kathy Decker. We all went up there and stayed for a couple of days, which was wonderful. We just explored Door County, and we went on a ghost tour. Like, it's not a haunted house, because I probably wouldn't have done that because I am a big chicken. I did all of that kind of thing when I was younger, and it scared the bejeebus out of me, and I was like, no, I can't do that. But I could do a ghost tour. So it was really fun. We went on a shuttle bus, and it was pretty full. I think it was, that's right, we were the last 5. We got the last 5 spots when they called. And it took us around different places in Door County that have had, ghosts, sightings in the buildings. And then the guy that was running the tour, our shuttle bus, he was hilarious. He's actually a stand-up comedian, and he's very funny. And he's a great storyteller. And so he would tell the story of the person, that passed away in the house, and that has been seen as a ghost. So anyway, we did that. It was just really spooky, but not scary. You know what I mean? Give you a little bit of the creeps, but we had a blast. It was really, really fun. It was really cold too. I bought like mittens and wool socks when we were out shopping and stuff the day before we went, because I was like, I did not dress for winter weather and it was cold. But Door County was beautiful. It was perfect. Amana was beautiful. I mean, the fall is my favorite season, and all of the trees, I mean, the drive was amazing. So then after 2 days there, all of us except Kathy Decker, she was supposed to go to Primitive Gatherings, but she couldn't because she had a funeral to go to for her family, which was a real bummer on 2 accounts, because it was a funeral and because she couldn't join us. But anyways, the 4 of us went up to Primitive Gatherings, where I was the guest designer, and that's my 3rd time being the guest designer at Primitive Gatherings, and it feels like home there. It's wonderful. I know what to expect. I know all the people now, and it's just wonderful. So yeah, it was amazing, and I've been home a week now, and last week I'm gearing up for the Jingle Ball and the attic retreat. So I want to get all my deadlines met so that I can like come back from the attic and just kind of not rest on my laurels, but just not be under the gun with these hot deadlines. You know what I mean? I have our entertainment video for the Jingle Ball all recorded and edited and uploaded. So yeah, I feel like it's so interesting to me, because as a designer, you're always working way ahead of schedule, and also as a fabric designer, because you know, you have to design things for fabric a whole year ahead. But even as a cross-stitch punch needle, you know, designer, you have to look way ahead and work on Christmas when it's summer or even earlier, you know. And so gearing up for the Jingle Ball, I am so in the Christmas spirit, even though it's fall. Like, it's a beautiful fall day today. We had a nice thunderstorm last night that woke me up with this just crackling thunder. I was like, oh my gosh. Of course, my dog jumps in the bed and she's shaking. So I have a vibrating bed until the thunderstorm passes. But so that kept me up a little bit last night. But it's a beautiful fall day. But I'm in the Christmas mood, and I have played a little bit of Christmas music. And I think when I get back from the attic, it's going to be full on Christmas for me. So I leave next Thursday, a week from tomorrow. I leave for the attic, and that's my last retreat of the year. So I'm really excited. I've never been to Mesa, Arizona to the attic, so I can't wait. This video I have a lot to share, so I only have so much room on this table because I'm also kitting up Jingle Ball kits. I'm also kitting up the attic kits that I need to send out. But for the Jingle Ball kit and the attic kit, I'm still waiting on things. It's been a little bit of a nightmare. One of the things for the Jingle Ball kit, I ordered from Joann, because that's what I had used for my model, and they no longer carry it. So I was desperate to find the felt backing, and Susan Coates told me where to get that. So that is on order, and I'm waiting for that, because when it comes in I have to cut it for the kits. What else am I waiting on for the kits for that one? I think that's it. I'm waiting on the felt for that. And then for the attic retreat, it's been a nightmare. I was waiting on the main piece to put everything in, okay? There was a problem with my order. I didn't realize it because I was out of town. And when I got home, I'm like, that should have been here by now. So I looked at my order and it was not put on hold for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, that just arrived yesterday. Now I'm waiting on the note cards that I'm going to put in the kit. And I got a message. They were supposed to ship yesterday. Well, I got a message from the company, and their UV protective coating machine is down, and so the order's on hold until they know what I want to do. I'm like, I don't really need the UV coating, just please send them. I need to get these kits done. So I'm under the gun, and then Kevin's leaving Thursday to go hunting with his brothers for about 5, 6 days. So yeah, I'm going to be on my own getting that done. I might have to recruit our boys to come over and help me kit things up. But anyway, So this video is going to be a little bit chopped up. You hopefully won't notice it. Hopefully I can seam it together so that it looks harmonious. But I have only so much room on this table, and I have some of my kits, the threads sitting out to make the kits, so my table's actually even smaller. And I have a lot to show you. So I'm going to piece it together, and like I said, hopefully you don't even notice it. I have a lot of haul to share with you. On my way to Amana, it's about a 9-hour drive, and I didn't sleep very well. I never sleep well the night before a trip. I don't know why, especially if it's a flight, because I'm afraid I won't get up early enough. But I don't know, I just didn't sleep well, so I got really tired, and I can't drive when I'm tired. So I thought I'm gonna just stop and find a parking lot that looks safe and just lean back and shut my eyes, which I really couldn't lean back because my truck was full, because I did a trunk show at Farmgirl Gatherings as well as all the kits, so my truck was full. And anyway, the exit that I chose to get off, it just so happened that there was an antique mall there. So I'm like, well, instead of sleeping, I think if I get out and walk around, I will be able to wake up a bit. So I stopped at a cool antique mall, Michigan. It was in Michigan City, Indiana, and I found some cool things. I found some things that if I was taking that route to go back home, I would have stopped there again, and I would have purchased some things, because then I would have had room in my truck. After I gave all the kits out and sold a bunch of stuff at the trunk show, I had a lot more room in my truck. But the items I wanted to get were way too big to get, you know, on my first leg of the trip. So I couldn't get, what I really wanted were these. They were from an old bar, and they were the doors, you know, what do you call those doors? They swing open. Anyway, those kind of doors. I'll insert a picture, but they were chippy white paint. Oh, I would have used them not for doors like that, but I would have hung them on the wall and then put like a cool painting in the center of it that would like be the same height as that. And if it wasn't so far, I'd go back and buy them. The other thing I will insert a picture of that I saw was a metal cabinet with metal drawers, and it was like chippy green paint. It was awesome, but I couldn't fit that in either. Road trip, if I had time, I would love to take a road trip and go pick up those pieces. And I thought, gosh, you know, they probably could ship it to me, but I can't imagine. Those doors especially, they were thick wood. They'd be too heavy and expensive. So anyway, just a couple little things I bought. I love collecting antique Christmas items for staging, you know, photography for my covers. So I found this little Santa light. Isn't he cool? Little light bulb. And then just one other little thing that I got there is this adorable. I love things with little drawers in them. So, you know, we're redoing our basement, and I have been collecting antiques for a while. I have things kind of stashed around the studio that will look amazing in the downstairs when it's done. I'll give you guys an update on how all that's going soon, but yeah, it's super cute. It's a little grungy on top, but I would probably set something on top. It'd be cute just having them open and maybe have a little cross-stitch piece or a pillow or something sitting in it, or I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but I love it. This actually, because it's blue, I'm probably put it in our spare bedroom, which is all Americana, and that would look really cute in there on the shelf. What else? Okay, I think that was my only stop on the way to Amana. So when I got to Amana, I usually like to get there early enough to hit the antique stores a little bit, like just a quick run through, but I got there too late. And the next day, I'm pretty sure it was, Barb from Lost and Floss, her and I went shopping together. She's so pleasant to be around, and she's so dang funny. I just love her. So her and I went shopping together, and we hit Smokehouse Antiques, which is my all-time favorite antique store in the entire world that I've ever been to. That and Seville Antiques in Ohio. but I haven't been there in years. They got really expensive at Sevilla Antiques in Ohio. So what I love about Smokehouse is there are expensive things in there, but they're not overpriced. They're spot on for what they are. And then there's a lot of really awesome things that are not expensive. So that was our second stop. Let me figure out what I bought there. So Smokehouse Antiques and Grapevine Antiques are right next door to each other. I can't remember exactly what I got where, but I know for sure this was from the Smokehouse Antiques. Look at this old vintage Christmas stocking with the jingle bells on it. I absolutely love this, and it's like printed on. It's really, really cute. But I could see like putting a little stuffed bear in there and hanging it for Christmas. Or I might just keep it down here at the studio and use it for staging. These books I know I got at Smokehouse because there's their business card. That's helpful. As you know, I love doing finishing on books, so I got some really cool colors. Pigs falling from the sky. I love antique books too. I love looking at the illustrations, and there's some of them that really tempt me to read the story. If I had time, I would. But yeah, super cool. Look at that color. It's like perfect for like a Halloween or fall piece. Pretty blue, blue-green, and then this one. Okay, so we got those. And then here's where it becomes foggy. I'm not sure what I got where. You know why I don't know what I got where is because I was doing show and tell at Rawson's, the bed and breakfast in Amana. And so when I put it all back, I just kind of chucked it all in there. Oh, well, there's my sandals that I forgot were in there. My gosh, I haven't obviously fully unpacked. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I know. I got this. Oh, look at this, you guys. I got this. I am going to use it probably for a feather tree stand, a little Christmas tree stand. It's iron. It's very heavy, but we think that this was what do you call it? Well, it says Fraternity, Charity, Loyalty, 1883. No, 1883. And it's got stars on it. It's really cool. We think it's like, you know, they got the Knights of Columbus and they've got all these like the Eagles Club. We think it was like a club, Americana like club. And they probably had a flag. It probably held up a flag is what we figure. But isn't it amazing? It'll be so cool with a little Christmas tree sticking out of that. I think the rest was Grapevine Antiques. Grapevine Antiques. Okay, so I bought this. It says The Bread of Life. It's not a Bible, but it resembles an old Bible. And prayers before confession. So there's prayers in there. It's just, oh, look at that beautiful picture of Jesus. Isn't that amazing? Oh, this one I'm not going to use for finishing. That is definitely just a treasure to have sitting out. When my basement's done, when my downstairs is done, we will have that on display. Here are some more books. Yes. Oh, I love this one. Now this one, I love the color. That's why I bought it. But when I get back into painting, which that's a huge goal of mine, is to get back into doing Witch Paint Wednesday and getting my acrylics back out, because I'm just like really antsy about it and I can't wait. But a lot of times I will Xerox copy. Xerox copy? Is that even a thing anymore? Just make copies of hymns and different things out of books. And then I decoupage them onto the board or the canvas that I'm going to paint on, and I paint over them, and then I sand, and then some of these images show through. Like I put a protective coating over the pages that I decoupage on. And then when I sand, the paint goes away and then these things are revealed. And I love painting that way because as I'm sanding and something is revealed to me and I read it, it's like, usually it's just like spot on, something I needed to hear. Anyways, so yeah, this book I probably won't finish on either. I'll probably actually use it for the images and the songs inside. And look at this cool, like kind of teal green color. Green blue. Oh, and this one. So it's very, very hard to find books that are in this direction. Very hard. Again, I don't know if I'll finish on this one because again, it has hymns in it. And it's in a different language. It makes that even cool. Oh, I think it's German in the front and English in the back. That's cool. Yeah, because no, it's just mixed up. There's English and German in here. How cool. Anyways, what does it say? I don't know because it's in German. But look at that cool picture on the front. Yeah, but what I like about these is to have it stand like this and to have it vertical instead of horizontal. Then this color is amazing. That mustardy color. And then this little block, they had a bunch of these little blocks, little children's blocks, and they just have nursery rhyme, like pictures from, and this might not even be an antique, I just thought they were cool. Pictures from like nursery rhyme books. And they're double-sided. I got one of those for display. And then I love peanut butter tins, and they're usually really expensive, but this one was not. Let's see. Yeah, the peanut butter pail, I got that, yep, at the Grapevine Antiques. I found a lot there. It's usually the opposite. I usually find more at Smokehouse. But Grapevine, look at how cute, and the color. So that'll be great for like a fall display. And then this, I love jars. Oh, I love this antique jar. Look at it. It says orange marmalade. Seville, certified pure, Canadian Canners Limited, Hamilton, Canada. Come on, focus. Isn't it cool? But it's like textured, and I've never seen one like that shape. I love this. I'm going to insert a picture of something that I saw as I was waiting for him to write up the order, because they do everything old school at the Grapevine Antiques, and they handwrite out what is on the tag. I mean, so it's like a little 2-pager. So he's like, you might want to just keep shopping while I'm writing all this up. Well, I didn't want to keep shopping because I figured I had enough. But while I was standing there, something caught my eye. And so the first thing that caught my eye was these little, I remember these as a kid. I don't even know what you call them. They're little jumpers, I guess you could say. They have like a little base. It's all plastic. It has a base and it's on a spring. And you push the thing down and it kind of latches, and then you let go, and then I don't know how, but at one point it unleashes and it jumps and it goes flying across the room. And they were little, I think they were Halloween. It was probably why they were so expensive. But there were 3 sets, and there were 12 in each set. They were $750 a set of 12. $750. Because, you know, antique Halloween things are very expensive. So is antique Christmas, but antique Halloween is more rare because they didn't have Halloween like we do now, you know. So it's more rare, so therefore more expensive. Anyways, so right next to that was this little tea set, teeny tiny. They're just teeny. I'll grab one. I can't hold the whole thing, so I'm just gonna insert a picture so you can see them. I did post them on Instagram, but they're handmade. I don't even know if they're antique or if they are, how old they are, but it said $850 and I'm thinking $850 and I was just interested in looking at them. Then I realized it was an 8 and the 50 had a line under it, like $8.50. So I asked the lady, I'm like, a lady that worked there was standing there, and I said, is that $8.50? And she said, yeah. And I'm like, sold. So let me get one piece just so you can see the size. Because, you know, when you look at a picture of something, you may perceive it to be bigger than it is or smaller than it is, which is always the case when I see like pictures on Instagram of somebody's cross-stitch release. I think it's something big and it turns out smaller, or vice versa. So here is like the largest piece, and as you can see, it's very, very small and so stinking cute. So that's one of the biggest pieces. And then here's one of the little teacups. Can you see a little teacup? I'm a little teacup. Yeah. So anyway, $8.50. I have them on display in my studio because they're so cute. Oh yeah, and then I also found these little Japanese paper mache, a little pumpkin and a little black cat. I'll insert a picture of that too. They are like, they were on a pipe cleaner, so I wrapped that, and the pipe cleaner was black, which was perfect because I have a little black feather tree that I have really unique things that I've collected over the years, small little Halloween ornaments. Anyways, I have them on that tree, so I'll just insert a picture so you can see what those are. But those are like maybe the size, they're not even as big as a quarter around. So if you took a quarter and set it next to them, yeah, they're even smaller than that. So they're really small and super cute. They look great on my tree. And then, I think this is last but not least from that store, I found this little autograph book. So, you know, back in the day when you were in high school and you would get your yearbook, and then the last week of school you'd go around and have all your friends and even people that might not be your friends but acquaintances that you liked, I don't know, you'd have them sign your book, and you know, it was like, stay cool, peace out, have a great summer, just like something quick like that. This autograph book is to die for. What did I pay for that? I wonder if it says here. It wasn't that expensive. It's such a treasure, and I'm actually very sad. $25, which is a lot for a little tiny book like this, but I've never seen anything like it, and what is written in here is just gold. And I feel bad for the person's family that doesn't have this in their family anymore, because this is something that should be kept in the family. But anyways, it says children's album, and the picture on the front, there's actually a sticker that the person put on it. I'm pretty sure this was it was a female that owned it. I think her name's Jeannie. So it's super cute, and it opens like this, and I will just read a couple of things out of here. Oh, right here it says, oh, maybe it's Genia. It's Genia, Bush, B-U-S-H, something Illinois, Chewood. It looks like a, I don't know, I can't read, but it's in Illinois, and it's from, it's dated to, people dated it when they signed it, and it's 1880 something. Let me look. I'm sorry if this is boring you, but you've got to hear. This one says 1880. I think one was 18. This one is 1881. Okay, so as it goes on, the date, this 1881. All right, here, Charles Bush. That's probably her brother, because he just signed his name and put the city and state. It's C-H-E-N-O-W, Chenau, Illinois. Illinois. I'm sorry, there's no S on it, even though the S is there. So I just want, and there's little stickers, like look at the little sticker. They're all these cute little vintage stickers that she put in throughout. Like there's a little one there. All right, so let's just read a couple. They're just poetic. And look at the handwriting. Well, it's not wanting to focus on that. There we go. Look at that beautiful handwriting. Wow. Let me see. Some of these are really hard to read. Oh, the teacher signed it. Okay, let's see. Could I lift the veil of futurity? I would certainly... Wow, I can't read her. It's in cursive. I would certainly something to see, a bright and shining vision and much happiness for thee, your teacher, A. J. Legg, L-E-G-G, January 12th, 1880. Beautiful handwriting. Well, I think her name was Jania, but they called her Jeannie because everyone is signing, addressing it to G-E-N-I-E, Jeannie. Song may, oh, it looks like an S, but it's an L. Long may you live, happy may you be, loved by all and most by me, your friend, Mattie Sweet. Maybe it's Maddie. Sorry, Maddie Sweet. Oh. I love you little, I love you much. The way I love you beats the Dutch. I don't know. Gloria Sweet. Oh, so those must have been, oh no, that's Flora Sweet. F-L-O-R-A. And it says schoolmate. My gosh. They're all amazing. And it's like you didn't sign it if you didn't have a poem. Like you probably had a poem that you put on everybody's, but it's just amazing. When far away and friends are few, remember me and I will you. Yours truly, Ellie Brady. This person drew some artwork in there. And so here is Jeannie's name. July 30th, 1881. When you are old and cannot see, put on your specs and think of me. That is so cute. C. Bush. Though oceans may between us run, and distance be our lot, if we should meet to part no more, I pray forget me not. Your friend, Dell Ellis. And she drew some little trees. Friends may meet and friends may part, but distance cannot change the heart. Wow, I can't believe I read that. I can't even read that name. Look how tiny this writing is. Isn't that amazing? They drew lines so that their stuff would be. That's the one that she drew little trees and decorated it a little bit. Wow. There's a few more pages, but you get the gist, right? You get the gist of it. It's got little stickers in it, little drawings, and just, it kind of blows my mind how amazing they autographed these books. I'm going to put this mess away and then we'll continue. Then another store, antique store in Amana is Amazing Grace Antiques and Gifts. They have a lot of textiles and sewing notions and things like that. So that's always a fun one to go to as well. So what I bought there, Teresa Vanette had bought some and I was like, ooh, I gotta go check those out because we're getting a new patio. I might as well just update you now on how that's all going. The patio has been done for a while. They've been working on the deck, and yesterday they started to put the rail around on the deck, the boards, you know, to walk out on the deck. I don't know what those are called, but those boards, they just finished those up yesterday. They're putting the rail on, and then they're going to put in the underdeck. If you don't know what the underdeck is, what that is basically makes underneath your deck, like, it'll make it like a ceiling. So when it rains, all the water that comes through the deck is drained off. And so we can sit, like during a thunderstorm, which I feel so sad that my dog hates thunderstorms because I love a thunderstorm during the day when you can sit outside and just watch it rain and I love that. And we'll be able to be out there, or just when it's blazing hot and you just want to sit under the shade and have a nice breeze, that we can sit under there. So that's going to be amazing. And they have to put that on. And then once the deck is all done, the people that did the patio will come back out and finish up the landscaping around the deck. Our downstairs is I'm finally seeing some good progress on it. We got a whole new set of stairs put in because our stairs were too steep. That whole side of the basement needed a new ceiling. The ceiling is all black. The walls are white. Kevin's like, why do you want white? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the flooring is like a gray, and I never do white. I never have white walls. But the flooring down there is like a gray. It's all very like cool colors. And we have furniture down there that is also gray. And then we have like gray and black, like accents and furniture pieces. And so I just didn't want a warm color because I thought it threw off the grays and the blacks. So I went with white. So I'm gonna do down there, it's gonna be like all that white chippy paint or black chippy paint furniture, okay? And so it'll be black and white furniture, but then I can accent with like some antiques. You know, you might have a really cool grungy box and it's green. Well, that's fine, but the main pieces will be black or white and like grungy, because I like that. They even, the stairs, they painted those black and then he sanded them to make them look worn. Super cool. And then we went and picked out the granite yesterday for the bar area. He built the bar at his workshop and brought it yesterday. So that is installed. Not all, like just the structure part of it is installed. There was a closet down there, like a slider door closet. Kevin stored like his drums and stuff in there. He's storing them down here now, because what they did is they made that closet a cubby for the refrigerator to go into. So now the fridge is not sitting out, because I think refrigerators are ugly. I don't care what kind of color or what finish is on them. I think they're ugly. So anyway, it's tucked back in, and so you don't see it. And then the other part of the closet, they walled that off and made the opening on the other side, which is my storage room. And it's the perfect spot to put my Christmas trees, because in the storage room I'm always having to move the Christmas tree out of the way to get to stuff. Well, it'll have its own little cubby now, and so all the shelving and storage down there will be more accessible. So yeah, things are coming along. I'm so excited. When it's all done, I will show you guys. It's just going to be fantastic. So all that to say, I want to, next spring, we're going to be getting, furniture for outside. We need furniture for the patio underneath. Then we need furniture for on the deck. And then I wanted to buy these feed sacks. I got to wash them up, but I want to buy these feed sacks. My friend Jan did this. You put pillows in them. If you can get a long enough pillow, I think you might be able to, I don't know, but you stuff them so that they're pillows that you can sit out on the patio furniture just for back support. Yeah, and she did that and they look super cool. So this one's just got like a navy blue ticking line on it. And then this one, I love this one the most. This one's in great condition. Just got like a gray line on it. So I bought those. They had a ton of these, but I'm like, well, I'll start with 2. I could always call them if I want them to ship some, but I think 2 will be good for now, because I don't even have the furniture yet, I don't know how many I need. And then they had these cool things. Now, I didn't see these when I was there the first time, and Laura Schroet said, did you see those blah, blah, blahs? And I'm like, I did not. I got to go back now. These are just accent, well, I think this was actually like molding for homes, like this is like, I don't think this would be base molding because of this design at the top, but it's kind of a faded pink color and it's got a design on it. And I use these for finishing. I like to put a cross stitch or punch needle piece right here. But since it's got that design, I might just use it for display. It's kind of a pinky color, which I'm not into pink, but when it comes to antiques, I accent with whatever. And I have some of these already in my stash, but this one's perfect for finishing. I finished my cross stitch piece, Country Santa, I think is his name. These are only 10 bucks each. So anyway, this part right here is perfect for a piece for finishing. And so this was like base molding in an old home. It's so funny, Laura said, they're too grungy for me, but I know you'll love them. I'm like, yeah, you know me well. So that's what I got at the Grapevine Antiques. Then Donna and I went to the general store in Amana, and they have like a Christmas shop where it's just all Christmas stuff. And it's like, it reminds me of Bronner's. I live like a 15-minute drive from Bronner's in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and it is the biggest Christmas store. I don't know about in the world, but in the country, I think. I don't know. It's huge. It takes forever to go through it. So it reminded me of Bronner's, but on a smaller scale. So I found this ornament. I was not planning on buying ornaments, but when I saw this moon face, and then look, or it could be, I think it's the moon, a full moon, and then a crescent moon. Yeah, it's still the moon. It's just amazing. I don't know what side I like better. Look at it. It's dimensional. It's very cool. And then every year I buy a Grinch ornament. And so I saw this one, a Jim Shore Grinch. And I thought, well, why not get it now? Then the pressure's off to try to find another one. Come on. Anyway, the Grinch, he's my favorite Christmas character. And then I just thought these Jingle Bells were super cool. It's a garland, so you can kind of see. Isn't that cool? It'd be cute. Just cute display. I think that's pretty much it for my haul, guys. I think that was enough. As you guys know, if you go to retreats, you get a lot of gifts. And again, every time you leave your chair, you come back and there's a new gift there. It's just, stitchers are the most generous, talented people. Amazing. So I am not going to show everything that I got because there's a lot of things and I don't even know where some of it is at this point because I really haven't unpacked everything, you guys. You know, I pull models off my wall and out of my displays at my studio, displays at my home to take to the trunk show, and I haven't replaced all of that yet, so things are kind of missing around the house and around the studio. I just have been so busy, I haven't had time to go through it all. But like some of the bigger items that I got, they were all together in one bag, so I will share what I have, and so I'm sorry if I don't show what you gave me. Just know that from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. First, I want to talk about Suzette, Primitive Stitcher. She makes these floss away binders, and I'm a floss away bag girl. I love the look of the drops with the labels on them and how they all hang, and they're beautiful. But for me, it's just not practical. I don't know, it's just me. I prefer that way as far as looks goes, but for me, it's not about looks. I just need to get it done. So the floss away bags for me works the best, and she makes these little binders. I do not think that she sells them anymore. I think she makes them just to gift to people. So she gifted me a couple of those, which I was so thankful for. I cannot wait to use them. One of them I'm going to start using very soon with a new start. And then another one, look at how cute that one is. It's got little hot cocoa, gingerbread man, so cute. So yeah, you put your floss away bags in there, so you keep that with your project. These are super, super handy. So thank you so much, Suzette. I love them. Also, while in Amana, I got this beautiful project bag from Bonnie Rogers. Bonnie Rogers lives like an hour from me, and she is one of my model stitchers now, and she had something that she model stitched for me that she gave back to me while I was at the Farmgirl Gatherings, which I'm not going to show you. It's still in here. I'm not going to show it to you. It's a surprise. But anyways, look at how pretty this bag is. Now, I don't believe she sells her bags. I think she makes them for herself and for her friends. So I'm very lucky to have received this gift from her. Thank you so much, Bonnie. It's beautiful. Love this accent on it. So pretty. And thank you for model stitching for me. I love the piece she stitched. I can't wait to share it. And like I said, many other gifts were given, and I so appreciate it. One of the things that were gifted to everyone there was from Michelle Ruedy. She had Goose Designs, Denise, had her make these beautiful project bags for us. So everyone there got these. This is Stacy West fabric, I think, Buttermilk Basin. And yeah, so pretty. I love vintage Christmas. So yeah, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Denise. Let's get on to Teresa Vanette's project. So it came in this awesome box. Love it. So this background is her actual Christmas tree. This is the piece, beautiful box. Whoopsie, that way. And then it just says things on the sides, all decorated up beautifully. And this is our piece. Oh my gosh. I actually started mine, but I think I'm gonna restart it. I wanna stitch it on 46 count. But here is the piece on Earth. It is absolutely stunning. I will insert pictures of Teresa with the piece. This is all me as far as what I love to stitch and what I love to decorate my house with. I absolutely love this gorgeous piece. So I couldn't wait to start it. And like I said, I'll show you my start on it. But again, I'm going to switch out the fabric. This is, what is this? I think it's raw. So I got raw. Let me see. Oh, natural, 36 count natural by Zweigart, and I want to do mine on 46. So it's already, as you can see, not a very large piece, but on 46, oh, it'll be so cute. But here's my little start. I just got a corner start on it. But yeah, so thank you so much, Teresa. She did such a spectacular job. She's a very good speaker, and she opened it up to Q&A, and she shared like how she got her business name and why she's got Shakespeare's Peddler and Kitten Stitcher and all that. So she did a great job, and she's just such a fun person to be around. So that is, oh, and then there's also something coming in the mail. So because of the hurricanes, shipping has been kind of sketchy, and some of her things didn't arrive in time, which was such a bummer. And so she had to, when she got home, she has to ship all 100 attendees the other part to it. But there are a couple little smalls. I think I might be able to insert a picture of it, but if not, I'll share it when I get it in the mail. Then she had a pop-up shop. I did buy some Lady Dot trim just because I knew I had some finishing to do when I got home. And yeah, so I just realized my ring's not on, and I set it on the other side of the studio. Now my mind is on, like, you need to go get that before you forget. Sorry. So yeah, anyways, I knew I was low on some Lady Dot trims, so I bought some of those things at the pop-up shop. So it was actually Teresa Vanette had her shop, and then Michelle brought a lot of like wool applique and awesome things from her shop as well. So it was like one big shop with all this amazingness in it. And then I purchased Teresa's Fractor Friends. I have eyeballed this, and my mind has been on it ever since I saw it at Market years and years ago. I'm going to insert a picture of it because I think it's up in my stitchy bag at the house. But I love this folk art Fractor piece, and it's stitched on, the reason I never bought it is because it's stitched on silk gauze. But I talked with Teresa about that, and she put my mind at ease. So I decided to go ahead and get the pattern, I've bought the silk gauze. I have that in hand. And I also bought all the Anchor floss, and it has been, I had to buy it like from 3 different stores because nobody had all the colors. So I've gotten 2 shipments in. So as soon as I get that 3rd one in, I am going to start that. I'll probably start it when I get back from the attic. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. So that was my, that was the retreat. I mean, they did the exchange. I never have time to participate, unfortunately, because I just don't have time to stitch for those exchanges, but someday I want to be involved in that because it looks like so much fun. It's where you can steal or open a new gift, and she has like some that people do have to steal if it has an S when they draw your number. It's just fun. Lots of fun to watch, so I just stand and watch all the goodness going on there. Oh yeah, and it was at a new facility. We didn't have it at the Price Creek Event Center. It was at the Millwright, and oh my gosh, this place is phenomenal. The food was amazing, and there was a lot of room. Like, we ate at round tables, and then there were 2 big rows of tables where we sat to stitch at. They had a bar each night where you could purchase drinks. And a lot of people stayed at the Millwright because it's very convenient to actually stay where the retreat is when you can just run back up to your room to grab something, or yeah, that's very convenient. Yeah, so I know that was always nerve-wracking. I can't even imagine how nerve-wracking that would be to have a retreat that's very established and then move it, you know, and you just want to make sure that it's as high quality or even better than what you had before. And yes, she did a great job. So kudos to you, Michelle. It was such a great retreat. As always, such a blast. I really love the town of Amana. So yeah, so much fun. Then I went on to Door County, like I said, with Denise and Kathy Decker, Sherry Ward, and Susan Coates, and we stayed at the Landmark Resort, which was wonderful. They're like little condos, I guess you could say. And yeah, it was really nice. It was nice and spacious, and we just sat and stitched, you know, at night and in the morning, and then during the day we just drove around and shopped, you know, at Door County, and it's beautiful. It's very reminiscent of the Traverse City area because it's right directly across Lake Michigan, basically. So they have a lot of cherry things too, like we do in Traverse City here in Michigan, and all the quaint shops, and it was just very reminiscent, and the colors, it was spectacular. I'll put at the end, if I remember, I just had my phone kind of propped up as I was driving, just showing the road and the colors of the trees, because you know, not everybody gets to enjoy that, so I'll try to remember to put that in there. So I was gifted from Sherry Ward this amazing notebook cover. So those composition notebooks, you just slide in the covers into there, and so you can continue to use this. I really love this, so thank you, Sherry. It's awesome, and it has this little elastic closure so that it will stay closed. It's very cool. By the way, I'm just going to do a shout out for my gal Denise Goose Designs. She has a bag with this. I think she's calling it Nevermore. So I'll put her link to her Etsy shop below. Her bag that has this fabric on it is super cool. And I got a very cute little handmade thing from Susan Coates, and I think it's in my stitchy bag up at the house. I should have just brought that whole bag. But she made a little wool applique ghost that's like this big for a bunch of us at Primitive Gatherings. She bought all the stuff there, and just sat and hand stitched us a gift right there on the spot. And it's so cute. So if I remember, I will insert a picture of that. It's so cute. So thank you, Susan, for that. Love it. So like I said, we hung out there, had an amazing time, and then we made our way to Primitive Gatherings, where I set up my trunk show. So I got my trunk show all set up, and the retreat started Thursday. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I came home on Sunday. I was going to take the ferry home, but it was very windy, and I was just afraid of being on that ferry with rough waters and just getting woozy. I don't normally get seasick, but I didn't want to chance it. Plus, it's fall, and it's such a beautiful drive to go up and around Upper Michigan and then down. It really isn't much longer than going south and going through Chicago and stuff. Way less traffic, way less big trucks, and way more beautiful scenery. So it's like, why not? So I drove home that way, and I canceled, got a refund for my ferry. But my wool applique model stitcher happened to be at Primitive Gatherings, so that was very cool to see her there. Leanne Quigley is her name, and she made me this. So this is one of my punch needle designs, and so she just took the punch needle design and made it into this little wool applique for me. It's a little wool applique needle book. Look how adorable this is. I will treasure this. Look at the little buttons in it. So stinking cute. Thank you so much, Leanne. And then she's got her tag on the back. Awesome. I love it. We were gifted this from Primitive Gatherings. They hired Denise to make the bags for us. Let me take the goodies out. Well, let me show you the goodies as I take them out. So we, of course, got they're known for these caramels. They're so good. And then they gave us a nice pen, because, you know, you can never have too many pens, and it says Primitive Gatherings on it. And then our friend Peggy Elliott, who is the one that runs the gathering as far as bookings and all of that, she designed this super cool needle minder, wooden needle minder. So it's etched Primitive Gatherings in it, and then you open it. God, I thought I heard something. And that is a magnet. I'm sorry, that is not a magnet. I don't think that's a magnet. In the four corners, there's a magnet on both of them, so it snaps together and stays together. Isn't it awesome? So yeah, Peggy designed that. How sweet is that? She's very talented. She's so good at wool applique too. She taught wool applique while we were there. And then we got a little Stitch logo, sticker, I mean. And then, sorry, battery died. It means I've been talking way too long. So anyway, here's the bag made with my Bittersweet Farms fabric that is in Quilt Shops now. Thank you, Denise. You are the best. So that was from Primitive Gatherings. For all the attendees, as you came in, you got one of those. Or maybe it was set out at your spot. I don't remember. I don't remember, guys. I'll talk about a little bit of haul that I got when I was there. I can't remember the lovely lady that made this bag, and it makes me so sad. I can picture her face. I think her name starts with an M. I'm so sorry. But I had to get this bag from her. She had some bags sitting in the back there that she was selling, and I like this shape as well. This works nice for my punch needle, these bigger ones. And what really drew my eye was the fabric. This is like vintage fabric of mine. This was from a line called Williamsburg, back when I was with South Sea Imports. This fabric is probably 20 years old, 15 to 20 years old. And she, I think, found it online and then, you know, made these bags up. Here's the inside. It says Welcome Williamsburg, or Williamsburg Welcome, my bad. And then there's another fabric on the back. So the mystery sale that I'm doing in Patreon is actually from that fabric line. So this is artwork that, you know, is 15, 20 years old, and I'm finally making it into cross stitch. But yeah, I thought, how spectacular is this? So I also was telling her and some other ladies at her table when I designed this line, I used like people that I knew. I used their names in all of these shop signs. So for instance, Paul's Pottery Barn. We have a friend named Paul. I don't know why I put him on the Pottery Barn, but I did. And then I know there's a Jan one. This might not show all of them. Sunflower Gifts. That is actually after a store in Ohio that we used to frequent when my friends and I would take a 5-day shopping spree and go antiquing in Ohio. And there was one called Sunflower Primitives or Sunflower something. Maybe it was just Sunflower, the Sunflower House or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was the coolest shop. We always found tons of things in there. Antiques mixed in with like just primitive decor. And God, what is the town that's in? Oh gosh. The Hamel House. We always ate at the Hamel House. The Haberdashery had great stuff too. This town is spectacular. I can't believe I can't think of the name of it. It's obviously been a while since I've been there. Let's see. Schneeman's Tin Works is actually some friends of ours that we made when we used to do the show out in Pennsylvania when we had Primitive Folk. And Schneeman's Tinware is actually, it was Kathy and I can't think of her husband's name. And he made tinware, and like lighting and stuff in our house is from them. Oh, right here, Jan's Pumpkin Hollow Gift Shop. So Paul and Jan are really good friends. So there's Jan's. McDonald with the pig, like Old McDonald's Farm, but my licensing agent at the time is Linda McDonald. So I have McDonald there. What else do we have? I know there's more. Williamsburg Candle Shop up here. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it was basically a fabric line that was all of these different. Oh, Wilson Farm. I have to talk about Wilson Farm. My aunt and uncle in Missouri, their last name is Wilson, and they have a farm that has, it doesn't have chickens though, but they raise cattle. So yeah, Main Street Antiques. So yeah, that was really fun. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I have to have that. The other haul that I got was, and I told myself I wasn't going to buy a lot of stuff when I went to the Primitive Gatherings store, because this is my 3rd time going there, and I still have quilt books from the first 2 times I went there. So I said, you're not buying any quilt books. You know, you can buy, you know, this or that, but you know, when you see things, just all that goes right flying out the window. So what inspired me to buy this is the quilts that were hanging at the gathering. So I didn't do a video of the Gathering Place and Primitive Gatherings store, which is next door. I didn't videotape it. I'm going to put a link below if you want to see what that all looks like, because I've already done that and I didn't really want to do it again. But it was all decorated for fall, and all of the quilts that were hanging at the gathering where the retreat was held were all fall. And this one, just, nope. Well, I love that one. That was there too. That's not the one though. That's not the one I had kitted up. They actually went, they were all out of the fabric kits, but they actually kitted it up for me. Because what I love about this, I love that they're all on horses too. Home on the Range. What I love about this quilt is all of the white space around it. I just think it's, the beauty to me is in the simplicity of it. You could do this Americana, but I really loved the black with the orange, and this would look fabulous in the fall in my downstairs. So what I want to do when we get our downstairs all finished, I want to have a quilt, have someone make like a quilt hanger out of wood. I think I've seen them where you can, it's kind of like my calendar hanger, where you unscrew the things, you stick the quilt up in there, and when you screw them tight, it just makes the wood clamp onto it. So it's like it clamps it, so it's not going to damage the quilts. And then I can display quilts that I've made or quilts that I've been gifted or quilts that I have purchased, like antique quilts or whatever, and just change it out for the seasons. Words are hard. So yeah, I purchased that, and then I had it, one of the quilts kitted up. So that's awesome. And right offhand, I'm not even sure where that fabric is. And I'm sure that whatever that fabric is in has all of the other things that I wanted to show that I can't find. So let's get on to the projects that I gave to everyone. So here's the box that I designed for them, and I ordered the wrong size. The box is usually a little bit bigger, at least an inch this way. I don't know what happened, because I always go into the company that I order from, I look up the size of the box, and then I choose that custom size and I design the box. Somewhere along the way that changed, and I don't know how, because anyways, so everything fit in there, but it was a little bit cramped. So that's the box all designed, and then on the inside I just put that happy fall, so they would remember when that was. I'm going to start doing that now. So inside their box they got a set of 3 cards, Bittersweet Farm. I know they're kind of hard to see, but anyway. So these are the cards that they received. They got a pack of 3. I gave them a little 5x7 print of the turkeys because everyone loves these fun turkeys, including myself, since we have them in our yard constantly. Then I gave them a couple stickers. So they get a sticker of the turkey and then just a sweet little scarecrow guy. So everyone loves stickers too, it seems these days. And they got just a Jingle Ball little postcard to remind them. And the Jingle Ball tickets went on sale Friday while we were at the retreat. The retreat was done, but the people that lodged there, they, you know, we all stayed up until at least midnight every night. And, you know, there was that snafu. And so we were watching Stephanie live on Instagram as that was all going on. And it was so funny because everyone's chatting and talking and stitching. There was probably, I don't know, 15 maybe. 15 or more of us that lodged there. So we all stayed up in our pajamas and hung out. It was so much fun. Lots of laughter and all that. And so all that's going on. Then all of a sudden somebody yelled, "It's back up." Because I don't know if you know, the website crashed and nobody could buy tickets. And so about an hour and 20 minutes later, it was back up and somebody yelled, "It's back up." And it got dead quiet in there because everybody's on their devices ordering their Jingle Ball ticket and getting their classes. And I just thought that was hysterical. It was not hysterical for Stephanie. She handled it with grace and style, and just like she does everything. And I'm sure inside her guts were a little like, oh no. Sure it was. So then I gifted them in their kits a two cross stitch patterns actually, a punch needle and a wool applique. So let's go over those. Here's the punch needle. His name is Spooked Sam, because doesn't he look like something scared the daylights out of him? And I finished this on a Chantel board. I hope I put it on the pattern. Oh, I hate when I forget to do that. Well, it's a Chantel board anyways. And it's Lady Dot Creates, I think it's Vintage Christmas or something like that. It's like a really pale green rickrack. I think he's so sweet. I just love him. So that was their punch needle. Then they got this wool applique pattern. Oh, I punched that, by the way. And then this wool applique pattern, the model was made by Leanne Quigley. It's got a little bee, embroidered bee on it. There's a little button. I did not give them all of the thread and wool for this. But they, Primitive Gatherings, I used all of their wool so that they could kit it up so people could purchase a kit and work on it if they wanted to. And then I had Leanne put some of my Bittersweet Farm fabric on the back. Super fun. This was the main piece. This is just called Bittersweet Farm, and it is finished on a piece that I designed specifically for this piece, and Chantel made the boards. And I used, oh gosh dog it, I don't know. Let's see. Oh shoot, I didn't say what rickrack I used. That's okay. It was stitched 1/2 on 36 count vintage country mocha. The stitch count's 121 by 121. It has classic colorworks DMC and a couple weeks dye works. This was model stitched by Denise of Goose Designs. So thank you, Denise, so much. I kind of felt guilty having her stitch something, so it wasn't a surprise when she got to the retreat, but the other things were surprises for her. So I passed out the kits and everything, and that was on Thursday. And then Friday, I came out to them and I got all their attention, and I said, I have a confession to make. I might have fibbed to you guys. Remember when I told you that you had to purchase the finishing piece from Chantel and that she didn't have it on her site yet? Well, that was a fib, because I'm gifting you the finishing piece as well. Yay! So they all got the wood finishing piece to go with this design. I really spoiled them. I went a little overboard, but once I got going, I couldn't stop. So that was one of their cross-stitch pieces. The other one is this adorable drum, Bittersweet Drum. Bittersweet Farm drum, my bad. Isn't it just, oh, I love a good drum. Look how fun it is. With the turkeys, go this way. And there's a little squirrel down here. Another little turkey up there. And then a Lumina pumpkin, which I love. Another little pumpkin, yeah. I absolutely love this. And this was finished, not by me, but by Susan Coates of Keepsakes. So thank you so much, Susan. Beautiful job on this finish. So, so pretty. So nice. So the Bittersweet Drum is 1/2 on 36 count vintage country mocha. So when they got their kit, it was one piece of vintage country mocha for the main piece, and they got all the floss to go with the main piece as well. However, there should be enough floss in there, I told them, to make this drum as well. The stitch count's 180 by 65. This was stitched beautifully by Mary Schreiner. She's one of my model stitchers that knocks it out of the park every time. She stitches a lot for me, and she is a very, very gifted stitcher. So yeah, that was the Primitive Gatherings retreat. And you know, I retreated there twice last year, once this year, and it makes me sad to not be back there again next year. But as I have told you all, I am really backing down on doing so many retreats. I have one next spring at Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth, Minnesota, and then I have one in the fall at Quilter Station in Kansas City, Missouri. That's it for next year. Then I have one the following fall that's not been announced, so I'm not going to tell you where that one's at, but I have one in 2026, and then I'm taking 2027 off. Yes, I am. Not that I won't go to retreats, but I have to find a way to lighten the load, and that is the easiest way for me to lighten the load, because I'm not going to give up designing. And I want to add more wool applique to my lineup, and I'm not going to stop designing fabric for Riley Blake Designs. You know, I just, looking at all the things that I do, I'm not giving up my Patreon because I love my whimsies. So yeah, something had to give, and that was the only thing that I could back off of that would really free up a lot of my time. So I think that's it. when I'm done recording this, if I think of something else, I'll just pop back on and you'll never know the difference. So just real quick about the Jingle Ball. Oh, you know what I want to show? I want to show you my ornament that I designed. Oh, and I didn't even show you my whip. See, I knew there was more. Chantal 141, my sweet friend, she did a mystery ornament box, and she had 5 designers design ornaments that would fit on her existing Christmas ornament lineup. Okay, so she sent us all, you know, I forget how many she let us pick from, but anyway, we all picked an ornament shape and then we designed something for it. So mine is called Frosty Bulb, and I can give you all the details on this. It's 65 by 70 stitch count. I use Chantal's DIY, well, it's not her paint, but she sells the paint, DIY paint Carnival Red. And then I did the linen technique like she shows you how to do on her channel, where you paint it in one direction and then you paint it in the other direction after the first layer dries. Then I sanded and put clear coat on it after that. The bow and the little hanging ribbon, those are both from Factory Direct Craft online. And then I used Lady Dot Creates Vintage Rickrack to go around the side. This is on Chantal's ornament tag. It's just called Tag Ornament. I know I posted this on Instagram and I had a lot of questions about, is this available? Can I buy it? When's it going to be available? All those things. So I just want to let you know that this is exclusive to Chantal's mystery box until next year. So probably next, like August, September, somewhere around there, I will release this. And then on the back, I just hot glued a button. So her ornament tag, actually, there is a hole there, but I just hot glued my ribbon on there for the hanger instead. I also want to share with you the other designs that came in that mystery box. So if you missed out on Chantal's mystery box, you need to follow her. She blasted it all over social media. So if you hadn't heard about it, you must not be following her. So make sure to follow her on Instagram. She has Flosstube, she has a Facebook group, and she is, you know, not shy about getting the word out. So yeah, make sure you're following her so that you don't miss out next year. Here is what mine is. I put it, here we go with the mower again. Poor guy, he's trying to get out of town to go hunting with his brothers, and these leaves just keep falling. So he's doing one more swipe around the yard to pick up all the leaves. Anyways, Frosty Bulb is the name of my design. I don't think I ever said that. So this is mine. It came with this nice little, you know, little letter and explaining what's in the box. And then you get 5 of these little stickers, and it says 2024 on it. And you can write your information on that, like what the design is, just whatever you want on that, and you put it on the back of your piece. So this is what my piece looked like before I finished on it. So as you can see, it does come with a hole if you want to use that for hanging. All the wood pieces came in this super cool burlap bag. That color green is all me. You know what would be cute with this is weight it at the bottom and then fill it with paper and like kind of scrunch it down. You know, you could kind of scrunch it down. You could stick a tree in there and then go like this, and it could be like the base for a little tree ornament or little feather tree, or just like even like cut off a branch from a tree out in the woods. It'd be so cute. Okay, so we also have Peaceful Snowman from Annie B's Folk Art. Here's her adorable contribution, so cute. And then here is the tag that goes with that. Then we have Snow Kissed Mittens by Robin Pickens. And hers is super cute too, and she finished hers on the sled. Then we have Hands-On Design, A Home for the Holiday, super cute too. They're all cute. I mean, you just can't go wrong. And then there is her ornament. And last but definitely not least, we have Plum Street Samplers, Paulette. All is calm. Look at the donkey. Oh my goodness, super cute. Super, super cute. And then here is her finishing piece. So yeah, that is a very cool box, and I'm so happy. Thank you, Chantel, for asking me to be a part of it. Chantel is stitching all of them. She is the fastest stitcher on the planet, I swear to you. She's got a couple of them already stitched, and she's got back from going out to Utah for Snug Harbor Crafts Stitch West retreat. So anyways, she's stitching all of them, and then she is going to videotape finishing each and every one of them. So if you want to watch that, you know, I know it'll be a year before you get these patterns, but you can always refer back to Chantel's video on how to finish them when you do, you know, get these. Like all the ornaments you can buy now from Chantel at her site. I'll have it listed below. So you could get all the ornaments now and just put them in a little like Ziploc bag and put a big piece of paper on there that says 2025, you know, like buy all these, you know, have a list of the designers, because we're going to release those designs next year. So I have a list of the designers and what their pattern name was called and which ornament it goes with, so that way when we release those, if you want to make those, you'd be set and ready to go. So the other thing that I've been working on and finally got caught up is my mystery sale for Tier 4 Patreon members. It's actually for all Patreon members, but if you're in Tier 4, you get it for free. I mean, it comes with your membership. And I was 2 months behind, guys, but now I'm caught up, almost caught up, and I'm almost a month ahead. That's how much stitching I've worked on this when I was in Amana. I worked on it when I was in Wisconsin, and I've worked on it since I've been home, and I'm so happy to say I'm caught up, other than the road. So let me just show you. Here's my progress. Now I say I'm caught up, but where I'm not caught up is the road. I need to carry this road over to here, and then I need to carry the road down. It like comes down and curves. Anyways, so I have to do the road yet. Other than that, I'm caught up. There's a couple trees I want to do here. This is actually a preview of what's coming for those of you who are doing the sale, because I think it kind of cuts off about here, and then this will be released November 15th, this next section. And then when we get to December, y'all will be halfway done. That's the halfway mark. Isn't that exciting? I can't believe that this has been going on a year. It certainly does not seem like it. So this is from a watercolor painting. Oh, gal, if I knew exactly where it was, I would show it to you, but I'll try to remember to dig that out and show it to you on my next video. But just to kind of what I was talking about with that project bag that's Welcome Williamsburg, you know, that was a fabric line, and so this design came from that fabric line, and I have the painting that I can show you all. I did change it up a bit with cross stitch, you know, I added the deer and the sheep, and I changed it up a bit, but the main idea comes from that painting. So yeah, I'm really happy to be caught up. It's really a fun stitch. The sections each month are very small, so it's very easy to stay caught up, or if you get a little bit behind like I did, I just kind of put my nose to the grindstone and I got caught up, and now I'm almost ahead of everybody, so yay. I do have a license piece that I'm going to show you from when I used to work with Blossom Bucket. They made figurines, and I'm going to grab that and show it to you. I think it's interesting. I don't want to drop it. The next one I show you, you'll see that it did get knocked over and broke. Yeah. So when I used to design fabric years ago, a lot of my licensees would take those fabric lines and make a lot of different products out of it. This is, you know, resin. And then here is the other one. Oh, the steeple's gone on the church. All right, so This is the one that fell and broke, and I can't hold it up with that white board now. And I just realized the steeple on the church is broke off, and who knows where that's at. So that's a real bummer. But anyway, so here's some houses that you'll probably recognize from that cross stitch design. And you know, I called it Williamsburg. I've never been to Williamsburg, and those houses aren't necessarily in Williamsburg. It's just the style of Williamsburg. But anyway, so that's my whips. I'm still working on some things, you know, that are exclusive that I can't show you. I did fully finish 5 pieces. 2 are Jingle Ball exclusives and the other are for the Hello Santa book, which I am working on. I'm starting to lay it out. Everything's been photographed, so it's just about piecing it all together in my publishing program and getting it off to the publisher. So hopefully that will get done this week. I'm really excited about that. So I had some lovely people send in their FFOs of my designs, so I want to share those with you now. First up, we have Alice Park. She sent in a quilt that she finished. She says, "Dear Teresa, some time ago I heard you say that you never see any quilts made with your fabric line," which is true. I normally see project bags. So I finally got time to sort through my quilts and found the one that I made with your fabric panel. I love to use my quilt on the back of the couch for Christmas and over the winter months. Hope you enjoy the picture. Thanks, Alice Park. Thank you so much, Alice. Yes, I would love to see more quilts made with my fabric. It's so exciting. Very cool. I love that she used the black background on the panel, because the panel came in black background or an ivory color. Oh, Tina. You okay, baby? Oh my gosh. Boo-boo. You want to go outside? Teeny always finds a way to be in my videos, whether she's barking or yakking on a bone. Anyways, the next one is Rebecca Boardman. She said, "I stitched your vintage cat designs from your Hello Halloween book. I made them into stand-ups. These are the first stand-ups I have made, and I found a few mistakes, but in the end they looked just fine. As you can see, I did make a few color changes. I didn't stitch the pom-pom on the hat and instead attached a real pom-pom to the top." Ooh, cool idea. Thank you, Rebecca. Those are so cute. Cute Halloween display too. Next we have Darlene Burden. She said, "Hi Teresa, I've noticed a lot of skinny mini pillow designs and thought your motif of Folksy Thomas would make such a cute one. This was stitched on 40 count weeks mocha linen and finished at 7 1/4 by 2 3/4. It was a fun, fast project. Happy fall," from Darlene. Thank you, Darlene. Oh, I like her photography too. But yeah, so she just took the little urn and the leaves and the pumpkin from Folksy Thomas and did that. Now Folksy Thomas is in the Hello Autumn book, in case you're wondering. We have more vintage cats. Yay! Cheryl McGregor said, "I had sent pictures in when I was done stitching, and here they are finally finished." Ooh, those are cool little frames. I love it. She used the black rack around it. It looks really good. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for sending that in. Next, we have Nancy Holtgren. Good morning, Teresa. Just FYI, I recently cross-stitched 2 of your tiny green witches from my copy of your Hello Halloween book separately as Halloweeny greeting cards. Each one is stitched individually on 14 count perforated paper. I think they're darling. A great way to recognize the season with family and or loved ones. And I have a small collection of short Halloween verses which I write by hand inside the card with a flowing black ink pen. Aren't those cute? So what an amazing idea is to make little greeting cards. Those little witches are from the Hello Halloween book. So cute. She did say that the first one was stitched on light gray 14 count perforated paper. The second one was on ecru 14 count perforated paper. So thank you for sending that in, Nancy. Ooh, we have a couple Halloween finishes from Evelyn Martin. She said, I just finished these 2 Halloween patterns. I added embellishments from scrapbooking days. Thank you for these fun designs. I will be stitching more this year. Happy Halloween, Evelyn Martin. So cute. So let's see. The first one here is from the Hello Halloween book. And the second one is a stand-alone pattern. Not sure the name. I'll put it up. I'll put it up there for you. I can't remember. Oh, she stitched them on 14 count fiddler's cloth. Super cool. And she said she got the frames at what? Oh, she got the frames at Michael's. Okay, so she embellished them with those little characters. How adorable. Those are so cute. Hey, Hazel's Halloween Friends, I think, is that other one. I think. That's bad when you can't remember your own designs. Last but not least, we have, oh, actually there's 2 more. We have Strutton. Strutton is from Laura Schroet. And she said, this was kitted up last year at Farmgirl, so I don't recall the fabric. All the call for colors. The frame isn't as bright as shown. I should ding it up and rough it up, LOL. Very funny, Laura. She says that I like my things a little more grungy than she does. So cute. I love that pattern, Strutton. And then the last one that we have is from Judy Fisher. She stitched, oh gosh, what's the name of this one? Oh my Lanta, I'm drawing a blank. Beauty Fades. This one is Beauty Fades. Look at that ornate frame. That is fantastic. Wow. How beautiful. Thank you, Judy, for letting me share that with my viewers. Thank you, all you ladies, for your creativity and your talent. Thank you for sharing that with me and my Flosstube viewers. If you want to share your Teresa Kogut finishes with me and my viewers, just send me an email at teresakogut3@gmail.com. It is in the description box below in case you didn't catch that. Last but not least, I can't remember if I showed you my class for the Jingle Ball. I just don't remember. So here is the class that I'm going to teach at the Jingle Ball. It's called Frosty Garland. I'm really into snowmen evidently this year. I'm always do Santa stuff, and this year I thought I would mix it up a little bit and do snowmen. So my class, my kitted class is sold out, but the PDF is going to be available until the Jingle Ball starts, so, which is December 6th. When you do sign up, I will send you a list of all the supplies that you need to purchase to finish yours, and you can order the stuff and get stitching on it and be ready for class. I stitched these myself, and it was my first time stitching on perforated paper. It was super easy. The holes are easy to see. I mean, I didn't even need magnification, really. I mean, I tried to do it in the car. I couldn't really do, this was when Kevin and I were out west. I stitched that ornament that I just showed you for Chantal, and then I started stitching these. And I had a little difficulty because of the road, you know, the movement of the vehicle. But if I was home, I didn't need magnification. You stitch in every hole, so that makes it easy. You stitch with 3 strands of floss, and it makes it nice and full. My hats are actually stitched with just 2 strands, and I didn't like that. So the snowmen I stitched with 3 strands, and it looks a lot better. And then I just stitched on these little jingle balls, and I just think it's super, super cute. And I hope you like it too. So I will have a link in the description box below where you can, number 1, purchase your Jingle Ball ticket if you haven't yet. I'll have a link below that explains what the Jingle Ball is in case you don't know. And then I will also have a link to my class, so you can check that out. So if you already purchased your ticket, then you can purchase this class as a PDF. If you have not purchased an admission ticket for $10, then you have to purchase that first. Then you can purchase my class or any of the other classes. Just make sure when you purchase your admission ticket for $10, use the same email when you go to purchase your classes. Otherwise, it won't connect. It won't work. Okay? So yeah, All right, guys, I have held you long enough. Thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate your comments. I so appreciate your love and support of my work. And I hope to see you at the Jingle Ball, if not before. I'll have another Flosstube video probably in a couple weeks after I get back from the attic retreat, and I'll share all that with you. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. So anyway, until I see you again, don't forget, create every day. Bye.